back to another project brought to you by a stay-at-home mom who really ought to go back to work because I have way too much time on my hands. Once again, I spent way too much money on this project, but I'm going to walk y'all through it as simply as possible because, well, to be honest, it was a pretty simple project. We are in the South, and if you know, you know. We're all stuck inside for the foreseeable future due to a severe weather storm and some very thick ice, so of course I made my husband drive me to Lowe's today and buy a bunch of supplies to spend the next few days doing house projects. Today and tomorrow, we are tackling the master bedroom. I picked out trim design that I wanted and didn't measure anything before we went to the store, so I got way more than I needed, but that just means that I can do this again in some other areas of the house, which I'm so excited for because I think it came out so cute. Far from perfect, and I'm sure whoever buys this house once we leave will take it down, but to each their own. I love it. Anyways, I Googled, aka TikToked, how to cut a perfect 90-degree angle because they didn't have any protractors at the store. And to make a long story short, not a single one of the cuts came out right. But that's what wood filler is for, right? So I did all the measurements and then Taylor cut all the pieces and then I sanded the edges and started working on the layout. I got liquid nail, which worked so well, to be honest. I've never really used it in this capacity before, but there were a couple spots that I did decide to go ahead and put nails into because better safe than sorry when doing a project like this. Then I used a silicone caulk to put around the entire thing and on the inside. And then I painted 2 coats of paint in the same color that our wall is currently. And I think it turned out pretty cute. I definitely should have painted before I caulked, but that's a problem for future me. Now, I'm not going to lie, the cuts were really bad. Okay, it's very uneven, so don't look too closely, but I didn't stop here, so stay tuned for the finished product tomorrow. However, I do need your opinions. Should I lime wash the entire wall or wallpaper in the same wallpaper that I did in the laundry room a few days ago and put the wallpaper inside the frames? I'm not sure that I have enough wallpaper, but I can order more if not, and I'm also a little bit worried that the wallpaper will clash with the curtains in here, so let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I love you so much. Bye!